Back at the Broadway Theatre today alongside Executive Director Kirby Warchenko. Not going to lie, this is my favorite time of the month. I get to do a Broadway hit with Kirby Warchenko. It's always such a collision of live events, great movies, anniversaries. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get at the Broadway Theatre. I made that up.
And after this many years, we keep sitting closer and closer together. So we must be okay with this whole thing.
You're the only man who's used to my breath, and I appreciate that. I don't even bother with the mouthwash because you're just like, don't worry about it. We've worked together long enough. I don't even notice anymore.
No comment.
Okay.
Let's go right into it.
'Kay.
Because it's, as always, it's busy, but it's busier than ever, if you can believe it. I always like reminding people who watch your show, we're community owned.
Yep.
It's a really odd situation. There's very few left in the country that are like us. And so that is coming out in what we talk about for what's going on at the theater. We just have so many more events than we've ever had. And yes, we do some big national and international touring shows, some concerts, some comedians, lots of big level stuff, but we also do a ton of local based events. And so on our calendar, if you ever happen to see it, all the stuff in blue boxes is special events, live components, that kind of thing. It doesn't mean we have 20 concerts, it means we have 20 events. We actually have 28 rentals in the month of March and another 25 in April. So I'm not gonna, there's no way we have time to go over every one of them. But I will mention a few key ones, I think. On the 8th, on Friday the 8th, we have Silent Survivors, which is a Aboriginal dance presentation. It's happening one time during the day for school kids and then another in the evening performance. It's really exciting. The stage is all getting set for tomorrow. So that's a big one. On the 9th, on Saturday, if you've ever been here at midnight on a weekend, it's probably been because of Tyler Baptist and Bad Monster Films. Tyler's been presenting Midnighters here for 5 years. So really great presentations. Not always horror, but I mean, it's a lot of horror and campy stuff. This is his anniversary show. It's a big show called Blood Feast. And if you know Tyler, everything's always 35 millimeter, and it always will be. So he keeps hunting up old drive-in locations and he finds old films and brings them in. So that's really cool.
If you've never taken in a midnight movie, I highly recommend it. It's so much fun. It's one of those weird situations where you're encouraged to yell at the screen, and that's the fun.
Where movies are a bit more sociable. You know, it's a social event rather than just
not quite. Shh. You know.
So I'm gonna go as fast as I can because I know you guys only have, Shaw only has so much tape on the camera.
Yeah,
so
the man only gives me 3 minutes, and I think the future of this is maybe we do like a 10-minute one, but then we speed it up. And then people can PVR it and slow it down. So really, we've got, you know, it'll sound like the Chipmunks.
I'd be fine with
But
that.
if they slow it down, it'll get all the information. But continue.
I'd be fine with that because I talk too fast anyway.
Yeah.
So on the 13th, another big cool film that has a big local tie, Singularity Principle. We're bringing it back for one show.
Yep.
If you don't know about that film, it was done in Saskatoon. Synchrotron was one of the actual characters in the film, if you will. And Robert Duranian produced and directed it. He is going to be here to do a Q&A after with another scientist from the Canadian Light Source. So it's a cool little thing we do in partnership with the university. And just once a month. This is the last one for this year that we're doing. So it's really cool. It's, I think, $7 admission. And so get out if you're a student, $5. And so just to see a high quality feature-length film around the synchrotron, the smoking man from X-Files was the main actor in the film, so pretty cool. The next night, Tyler Main, an ex-Saskatoon local.
Went to Walter Murray.
That's right, and I'm sure
played Sabretooth, played Michael Myers in the Halloween remakes,
That's right.
And more importantly, he was a former World Championship Wrestling wrestler, WCW. Right. Yeah, you should bring in more wrestlers.
And you trained him, actually, I heard.
I did. I taught him how to do the hip lock, the hip toss, the hip lock. What am I? Can't believe I blew that joke. The one time I get to talk about wrestling in the Broadway Theatre, and I blew it.
By Curtis.
Thank you.
So that's on the 14th. So if you are interested, again, local connection, big feature-length film. It's called Compound Fracture. The next night on the 15th, Saskatoon Soaps is finishing up this spring. They're finishing up their 29th season at the Broadway. They're North America's longest-running improv comedy troupe. So we'll see some special things from them next year in their 30th year. Again, check our website, broadwaytheatre.ca, for all the details. But
there's a whole bunch more.
Lots more events. The other key one, I guess, for me to talk about too is on the 25th. We've got Ron Sexsmith, who is certainly internationally probably one of Canada's 5 best-known songwriters. And as of this taping, we probably have 100 tickets left for that show. And you know, you're not going to see him in a better room to hear him, to see him up close. And the guy's just a super talent. So.
And this isn't live, so by the time you see this, we've probably sold another 25 tickets, so I'm going to say we're down to 75.
Well, I put Shaw down for 30, actually. So.
Okay, I'll pass them around. I'll make sure they're comp, right?
On the corporate card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And we'll take the jet here too. We'll take the jet from the North End to the Broadway Theatre.
You can land on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right.
That's it. Check the website. We're on Twitter at Broadway Theatre. Just make sure you come out and use your own space. It's community owned, and we want to make sure it stays that way.
It's like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get. Copyright.
That's like Curtis.
That's right.